Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we're going to discuss 5 hairstyles that we think look great on men with thinning hair. Now, gentlemen should always look great, from top to bottom. And that goes from the shined Oxfords on your feet, to the Homburg on your head, and what you have under your Homburg, your hair. Or lack thereof. In today's video, we'll discuss 5 hairstyles that we think will make even the thinnest of hair look great. Now, just because you're losing your hair doesn't mean you can't have a great haircut that makes you look and feel confident and handsome. It's important to note that hereditary hair changes, like hair loss, affect hundreds of millions of men across the globe. By age 50, about 85% of men will experience receding or lost hair. Now, this is especially common for middle-aged gentlemen, but men at almost any age can experience hair loss. Now, we initially covered this topic in our video of 9 mistakes middle-aged gentlemen make. Now, in today's video, we'll go into more depth and explain why these particular haircuts work. We'll talk about how to cut them and how to style them. And to help you, we've organized this video around the Hamilton-Norwood scale. Now, this scale standardizes the stages of male hair loss. Find the stage that most closely matches your hair pattern. Now, by selecting a haircut that complements your thinning hair, you'll look your best no matter where you fall on this Hamilton-Norwood scale. Now, if you're up to a 3 on the Hamilton-Norwood scale, we want to look at modified classic haircuts. Now, all of the haircuts we discussed in our video, 5 classic and timelessly stylish haircuts, can be applied to men with even moderate hair loss. Use these tips to adapt many haircuts to account for thinning hair. Now, you can adjust cuts to be shorter. Ironically, having less shorter hair makes it almost look like you have more. Follicles are not weighed down by length. Having more volume makes your hair appear thicker. Texture also makes your hair look thicker. Now, you can add products like clays, molding pastes, or gels. Be sure to pick what works best for your skin and your hair. Now, Raphael, for example, avoids pomades because they give him acne. I avoid them because it wouldn't do much. Now, if you don't like products in your hair, drying your hair with a blow dryer will also add texture. Now, be sure to use a towel to remove excess moisture. Now, with fingers, comb hair upwards while blow drying with medium heat. Section handfuls of your hair with your fingers and blow dry on high heat. Proceed to style your hair as usual. Adjust haircuts to reflect the realities of your hair. Now, if your hair isn't very full on top, perhaps go with a short pompadour instead of a full pompadour. Now, if your hair is receding, proceed to style the undercut to mask the problem areas. Utilize shorter sides to make the rest of your hair appear longer in contrast. Now, utilize product to hold hair in place to obscure receding, patchy, or bald areas. Now, this video features some of our favorite grooming products. And this one teaches you 15 men's grooming mistakes to avoid. A skilled and trusty barber can help you make the most of any haircut work for you. A dependable barber is as indispensable to a gentleman as a good cobbler or tailor. Please remember, healthy hair is also very essential. Be sure to check out this guide here. These tips and tricks can help you update many classic haircuts to work with thinning hair. Now, if you'd like to try something new, here are our suggestions. Up to 4 on Hamilton-Norwood. Now, even if you're a 4, you still have a fair amount of hair on top of your head. Now, we suggest enjoying it while you still can. It's like Preston says, hair today, gone tomorrow. The Ivy League is a classic style that harkens back to a preppy and youthful collegiate time, consisting of longer hair in front that gradually fades into tapered sides and back. Essentially, a crew cut with more length on top. Short sides de-emphasize receding hair at the temples. This will also emphasize hair on the crown. Hair length can be easily adjusted to fix your needs. Now, if hair is still fairly thick, experiment with a more voluminous crown. If hair is thinning, keep it shorter and tighter. Now, this could work with straight or curly hair. A barber can help you choose what will complement your face and hair the best. Now, here are the general directions. Using scissors, cut your hair in front to around 1 to 2 inches. Shorten to around 1.5 to 1 inches on the crown and rear of your head. Now, the transition here should be smooth and gradual. Now, the length that looks best on you will depend on how much hair you actually have. Taper the sides and the back with clippers. Now, if hair is fuller, use a number 4 or even a number 5 guard to keep hair longer. Now, if hair is thinner, use a number 3 or even a number 2. Because the back is tapered, you can partially mask a small bald spot. Now, here are a few versatile styling options. Now, a part will look more formal. A semi or messy part will look more youthful. Now, use your preferred product for a finished look that will help you keep every hair in place. Now, light or medium holds tend to work best, or leave it without product for some casual elegance. Now, do you want to pair your Ivy Do with Ivy style? Check out our Ivy Primer. Now, as you enter stage 5 on the Hamilton-Norwood scale, you'll experience more drastic thinning on top. Now it's time to focus on haircuts that layer hair to bulk up those thinning follicles. Slicked back. Now the name isn't very original, but the slicked back style is great for men with thinning hair. Now this works great when you're taking care of business, or even walking the red carpet. Now this can work with a variety of hair lengths and thicknesses. This works with straight to wavy hair. Wavy hair may require a heavy hold product. Now this look is simple to achieve and to style. Traditionally, hair is worn medium or long on the sides. In modern iterations, sides can be tapered, faded, or undercut. Now for many gentlemen, we suggest the following. With scissors, cut hair on back and sides to about 1 inch, with 3 inches on top. However, hair can be worn longer or shorter as desired. Now after showering and towel drying your hair, comb it backwards with a wide-toothed comb. Now apply a small amount of your preferred product, rub it on fingers, and apply it to your hair. Now go from front to back on the top layer of hair, and then pass through closer to the roots. Now depending on your hair texture, you may need a product with a medium or even heavy hold. Now apply hairspray if desired to lock in current styling. Now for some men, hair will naturally flare to either the left or the right depending on your natural part. Now this will look more casual and organic than combed straight back. Now if you opt to have your hair slicked back, make sure you keep your hair shorter on the sides and longer on the top to maintain a youthful look. Now please be aware of using shiny products unless you're going for a more vintage look. Now the slick back style is ideal for men with prominent widow's peaks or heavily receding hairlines, and even for men who are hunting Dracula. Next we have the Caesar cut. Now this popular haircut was named after and partially inspired by the Roman statesman Gaius Julius Caesar. Apparently, Caesar was very self-conscious about his thinning hair. According to Roman historian Suetonius, his baldness was a disfigurement that excessively bothered him. For this reason, he was accustomed to comb forward his thinning locks to the front of his head. And among all the honors bestowed upon him by the Senate and the people, there was none that he accepted or utilized more than the right to wear a laurel wreath at all times. Now we hope that you'll try out the Caesar, because it's a timeless, rugged, and athletic look, but not because you're embarrassed about your thinning hair. Now remember, with the Caesar, the hair is cut short and combed forward toward the face. Now short hair increases volume and gives texture. The forward motion of hair gives a volumizing effect. Now this can also help cover up a receding hairline. Now this also works for both straight and curly hair. Your barber can assist you with finding the right lengths for you. In general, use scissors to cut your hair down evenly from 2 inches to ½ inch based on your hair density. Proceed to add the Caesar fringe if desired. Some modern Caesars feature fades, tapers, and undercuts. Now a more youthful look can appear too trendy if too dramatic. Now for men with coarse hair, there's a variation sometimes called the black Caesar. This also works well with long hair or short hair. Now be sure to leave an even layer of 3/4 to 1½ inches. It could also be a bit longer in the front to create a strong horizontal emphasis. Up to 6 on the Hamilton-Norwood. Once you're up to a 6 on the scale, you've entered the later stages of hair loss. Hair receding heavily from temples, very thin on top. A bald spot may have grown to create a disconnected patch of hair. Ironically, to get hair looking its best at this stage, it might be best to take hair away. Next we have the buzz cut. Leaving very thin hair in place tends to draw attention to hair loss. Oftentimes you're much better off just to shave your hair. Now, this conscious action makes you seem more in control and confident. Now it's clear you're aware of your hair loss and you're proactively taking steps to make sure your hair looks at its best. A simple buzz cut is an extremely versatile and great choice. As your hair continues to thin, you can adjust your buzz cut shorter and shorter. As much as possible, try to ensure that all hair on your head is the same length and density. Now this creates a more uniform and visually appealing appearance. Noticeable differences in length and density are more jarring and do draw attention to the hair loss. Now as hair recedes, don't be afraid to shave off patchy, thin areas. Patchy sections of hair tend to look unkempt and awkward. Razoring away remnants of thinning hair looks much cleaner and neater. Now what's the best way to shave it? We'll explain as we discuss the final steps in male pattern baldness. Up to 7 on the Hamilton-Norwood, we've reached the final step of hair loss. All or nearly all of your hair is gone on top. You're left with only your Socratic garland of hair around your back and sides. Now, as mentioned above, a buzz cut can still work fine. Now, this is a good option if you want to use the hair on the back and sides to frame your face and head. But what if you're feeling bold about going bald? Consider the shaved head. With a shaved head, you totally embrace balding. Now, this is an audacious look that goes well with athletic looks and strong facial features. This is also a great way to own your hair loss. Now, shaving your head is very similar to shaving your face. You can use special conventional or electric razors that are designed for shaving the head. But take note, these are not necessary. These might be safer or more convenient for some gentlemen. Use clippers to get your hair as short as possible. Check for moles, bumps, bites, etc. before starting with a razor. Now prepare your head for shaving the same way you would your face. Lotions, creams, etc. Please avoid the common shaving mistakes that we list here. Shave carefully, going with the grain of hair. Now, this will take much longer than shaving your face. Go slowly and carefully. Resist the urge to rush. Now here's our video on how to grow facial hair. Now facial hair pairs extremely well with a shaved head or even a buzz cut. Now we'll close by noting that as men start to lose their hair, they'll do almost anything to keep it. Now, some options are discussed in this video, but for men and gentlemen, it's probably best to just accept your hair loss. Now rather than chugging hair restoration gummies, take all the fear, frustration, and anxiety you're feeling and channel it into something positive. Eat better, exercise more, take up a new hobby. Feeling happier and healthier will give you the confidence to pull off any hairstyle, no matter how much or how little hair you actually have. Now we hope that some of these haircuts that we discussed today will inspire some of you gentlemen with thinning hair to be adventurous and find a haircut that works best for your style. Now today I am wearing a brown denim jacket inspired moleskin jacket from Bonobos and a blue and white checked casual shirt with dark denim, my gentleman's Gazette shadow striped socks, and white leather sneakers. And of course, you can always find socks like these and other great accessories at the Fort Belvedere shop here.